Just an illusion, just an illusion. Life is just a delusion. The interest of our understanding in the perception of the reality of our own, based on judgments of everything around, of things that cannot speak or move, only at what you have decided. You bump into another person just like you, which has the exact reality as you, as they see you, you see them. The difference is they are. That's it. This is this, that is that, that is the difference. What I want to show you is a horse. Okay, I'm going to show you a horse. It's a brown little horse, and the horse is over here. You see the horse? Horse's head right over here. See the horse's body, right? And the horse, the shadow of the horse in the background, the horse's head over here. You see the line going down over here? I'm going to move this up in my page. I'm going to try to get this. Can I move this page higher? Yeah, I can move it higher. Okay, but it's only me and my camera. So it's actually Michael Jackson. And let me see, in the closet. So they're showing Michael Jackson in the closet, and they show a picture right here of a horse's head. I don't know if you ever saw this. Today's date is July 25th, 2015, and it's 10:21 Eastern Standard Time. And I first thing I did is, I mean, what is this supposed to be? Is you see the line coming down to the horse's head over here? You see the long horse? It's a brown horse, and everything is black and white inside this picture because the camera light lets me, because of my ceiling light, okay, because of the light that I have and the setup I have in my apartment, it allows me to see this. My background is not shut down by white, not in any of my rooms, and not on the floor, in the kitchen, or in the den. Where I bring my car, there's my car. Okay, this car right over here. Painter's stand and a desk with markers and crayons and Rubik's Cube and books and something to write on, because it's so important that when you look up from your desk, we all see the same thing. So, okay, whoop. I forgot I'm not wearing a shirt. There we go. It's a white shirt. It's a dangerous shirt to put on. So that's what I saw. Something I'm working on is this. In order to get this design in between, which is actually the levels in Rubik's Cube, but I don't need to see these black lines. The only lines I need to know is when I turn it this way, it's this black line I need to know. I know all these are together. I only need to see which cube. Show me which cube. When I turn this cube, 3, 6, 9 go together. 3, 6, 9 showing 21 colors. Showing 9 colors. And on the side showing 21. 21 colors. 3 on this corner. 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12. And 9, 21. 21, 21, 42. The center shows 12. 12, 21, 12, 21. Simple Rubik's Cube, small numbers. We don't need big numbers. We only need multiplied or plus 20 or 30. I mean, how much more do we need? The grinder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 parts of the cube. 1, 2, 3 together, and 1, 2, 3 together. 2 above and 1 below, 1 open and 1 closed tail. Reconnect to this one. Reconnect to this one, to this one, to this one. 25, 52, put these together. We have the dollar sign. Flip these upside down. Make this the in-between of another design that will come out. What's the design that will come out of here? the design that will come out of here. Well, let me hold this book properly. And that would be the design right over here. Let me put that down. I know it gets a little bit long. Let me put that down on this paper over here. And so my original design of the dice cube, okay, which is this, in which the thing is these 2 points over here must meet. Where will these 2 points meet? If there is only one space in between, they will turn into an X, crossing over each other. If there's 2 points in between, you will see, if there's 3 points in between, you will see a flat surface. This flat surface will then show you another flat surface that will bring you to another complete X. And then it reverses the cycle. The outside of this ended up to be this design over here. This design over here, and this design that we're looking for is the one that ends up on the inside. And that's this design right over here. That's what ends up. And what's the design on the outside? 5 and 2 and 3 on the outside. You notice one part is bigger than the other part? Because this is the in-between part. See this part over here? That is going to meet. See these two, the way these meet? This is going to meet. There's going to be a separation of space, just like it is over here. There will be a space separation over here. So this is only a half space. This is only a half space. There's 2 spaces because we got to keep building these. Everything has to be built. There's spaces in between. This, okay, we do not have to, I cannot, if I draw another line here, right, I must color in this one. And you're going to ask me, why am I making this one dark and this one not? Because the minute this will connect the 3 of them together, if I would have just made this line and this line will automatically turn blue. So I'm showing you the center area. And this is just art, but art is the number. What has to happen? We have to have one solid to show the difference. And over here, we're going to do it again. And we're going to put another solid in there. I'm just learning this. This is what I'm teaching myself. This is what I'm telling myself. I'm not an artist to the fact to say I'm only doing what I see in my own eyes, how it feels to me, and what my reality is, why I am doing it. Why am I doing it? What concept does it have? Well, once you take enough of these, and I'm going to try and maybe speed up this film, talk a little less, right? But you notice we're cutting everything out in blue, right? Just like the pool balls, right? The pool balls or the pins, it doesn't matter what the pins colors they are, it's how they fall down. You ever go bowling, see how those pins are separated? You know you have a right angle and a left angle. When the pins are separated, that one pin can take the left or right side, or you can just take that one pin out. If you're playing 10-pin bowling, take the one pin out, right? You're playing 10-pin bowling. Look at that, I'm off the subject, right? You play 10-pin bowling, right? Right? You take this pin and this pin out. You leave it with this pin over here, this pin over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take these 2 out. You're left with 4, 3, and 1, and 3, and 1. This is standard. This is standard math. This is standard math. And in Hebrew, okay, in Hebrew, you see the eh, it makes an eh sound, an eh sound, which is 5 and 8. We pulled out pin number 4. We pulled out pin number 5, 6. We pulled out pin number 7 and 10. We pulled out pin number 7 and pin number 10. We pulled out pin number 1 and 6. 1 and 5 equals 6. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 6. We pulled out pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We pulled out pin 1 and 5 and 7 and 10. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. It is the B world. These are the 2 pins in between. Take out these pins. Okay, see these? These were the claws before. These 2 pins over here. See the way these pins stack up? This is like the dice cube. Remember the angle of the dice cube? We're always looking for where the number 3 is, right? Wouldn't that be a good position for the 3? Wouldn't this be a good position for the 2 maybe? Good position for the 2. Good position for the 3. What's this over here? That'd be a good position for the 6, right? These 2 over here. Why don't we maybe position them better, right? That'd be good for the 6. And that'd be good for the 6. These would be good for the 3, right? These would be good for the 3. And that'd be good for the 3. And this one would be good for the 3. And this one would be good for the 3. That's what I like about one over the other, right? When one is over the other, then you can color it in easier. You know, don't forget, the easier flow to color it in, hey? Everything has to work out symmetrically. It's like a dance. It's like singing. It's like music. It all works together. Music, dance. It's all a vibration, because when you're moving things, every movement, you know, we want a plus negative to everything in order to take back and to give. Like moving of the ocean. When the ocean moves forward, imagine if there were rolling pins on the bottom of the movement of the ocean, just at the right height of the movement. And every time it would move, it didn't matter which way the ocean moved, okay, whichever way the gears were set up is what would happen, okay, is what would happen to where the movement would be, where the transport would be, right? I mean, we can have transport by just moving. Once an ocean is moving, we can have moving highways, right? So we're now going to fill that in with this color over here. Okay, so now I still want to make sure that this space is understood over here. I got a little space over here. I'm going to call the space here. Okay, this is the separation. Let's call this the digital separation. Digital separation. This is your 2 dice. Where is the 1 dice? The 1 dice is up here. The 2 dice is over here. The 3 dice is to the left. The 3 dice is to the right. And the separation of the 6 dice, showing 2 sides of 3 and 3, showing from each side 3 and 3, where you have these 2 dots are now these 2 dots. And in this one over here, the separation of 6 is these 2 dots over here, possibly on this angle. See the way it just fits in, right? And there's even ridges inside. You see the ridges inside? And I designed it with ridges inside for possible movement. Now, if I duplicated this and put another one right over here, or do we make the separation? Or do we make them all up here? All on the top level, and then upside down on the bottom level. This one, see the way each one fits into its own? See, it took 2 to make 1, and now it's going to take 3 to make 2. The automatic, 3 to make 2 to make 1. So it took 5 to create 1. 5 to create 1. To now have 7. And if I had another cube, I would balance the 8th on its own. So this would be your bowling. This would be the reality of 5 and between 7 and 10 pin, between 1 and 5 or 6, because it's in between 3 on the left and 3 on the right, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 7, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See these three over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10. Taking this one, and this one, in which now I must revert these to the numbers of the telephone. Now that's the thing I like. That's the magic. It's the magic. We also have to understand of the empty spaces. We have 10 pins, but there's empty spaces all over the place. Between here and here, there's an empty space here. Between here and here, between this one over here, there's an empty space here and an empty space here. If I actually really want to look at it, it's one here, 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 and one here. See, you see the empty spaces? There's an empty space in the middle here, but that empty space in the middle shows two sides. This is only a very tiny design, a very small design. This design does not actually work because we're not going in between the boxes. These big boxes are as small as they get. When I put a dot on the outside, I in reality actually have to do this. This is my reality. And the reason for this reality is because that is my greatest diameter. And I must use the greatest diameter. And now in using this greatest diameter, if you actually look, okay, at the leftover dots that are in here, did I do this last one right? Where's number one? Did I start at number one? Number one is here, not here, here, not here, here. Here, whoop, is it? Hold on a second. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. I'll do it upside down. Here, not here, here, not here, here, not here, here. Here, not here, here, not here, here, not here. The last one has to come out to here, right? So now I have to make the greatest diameter. So I will go 1 over, okay, to the right. No, I will go 2 over to the right and 2 down. And this one, I'll go 2 down and 2 over to the left. And this one, I'll go just 2 back. And then I create my three-way passage to each one. Now these are the three-way passages, but now this being centered to these two, I will now turn this whole thing around. Here it's 7, 9 corner, and I will reach out on all sides and make this to the center of these two. And I'll reach out from this one over here. And this is only one branch to 2 clocks. This is the center of 2. So what I would have to do, the difference between these two is these lines are straight. These are on an angle. So now you know the difference between your 3 arms of the clock. You know how we can also look at these little templates that I'm doing over here, right? We can actually look at these little templates as, here's the cube. There's 6 sides to this cube. 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides. Now the next side will either be this one up or this one up. Up to the right, here's the center of the cube. I call this the tav, right? Or it could be the main pillar is over here. And this can be just a tube turning round and round and round. And here it's bolted down on each side. But then why do we need another one? Because on this side, there's another pillar on this side that's bolted down. And these two run together, the gear that's in between. The symmetry electronic transfer, TAV. 21, 31, 41, 43 AC. This straight line over here, actually, let's do it this way. This is the bottom part of the clock, 6 o'clock, where all the water runs from these two sides. It doesn't matter. They're running under the world. The two worlds are connected direct by this ocean. They're connected to the upper part of the world or the extended part, whichever way you want to look at it. I always seem to mess up my pages, you know. So now we have, this is the bowling pin, and this would be the greatest thing. Now, were there any bowling pins? This is what the whole thing started. There had to be a bowling pin over here, and there's a bowling pin over here, right? And there's a bowling pin over here, and there's a bowling pin over here. So in this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, and 3 bowling pins missing. 3, 1, and 3 bowling pins missing. And inside the bowling pin, there's a bowling pin over here, and there's a bowling pin over here. So that's 2 bowling pins over here. 1, 2, 3, and 3. 2 inside 2. 2 inside 2. Depending what you're talking about. 2 inside 2. 3 corners. And then over here is that lone pin, the number 7, 6 pin, 1, 2, 5, and 1, 6. It's 756, the winning crown of the Kentucky Derby. This is the only one that's open. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to redesign this over here. And we're going to make the first part. This is only 1/2 of one part. We need a minimum of 8 of the outside. We have to design this. And understand how we can break pieces apart. Remember how we started this video? See these over here? This is which one are you turning? Which one are you turning next? And then we'll do it again. And then we'll do it again. But on this one, see, we always do it. The outside line is all the same everywhere. All the outlines are all the same. It's whether the lines are going this way or that way. Whether the lines are going this way or that way.